What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to another beautiful day over here on the channel. Today I keep driving by this boat. It's just on the side of the street and it looks absolutely horrific. It's just begging for a pressure wash or something, dude. You know what I'm saying? This thing is crusty and crunchy, right up my alley. I figure I'd stop by and talk to the guys, see what they're wanting to do with it. Honestly, I got a couple options here. Either I take it off your hands for good, or I take it back to the shop, give it a good cleaning, and bring it back all nice and shiny. Those are going to be the options I put on the table. Trailer's kind of sweet. Trailer's actually in fairly decent condition. I don't know if this boat is even for sale or not, but I can imagine they probably want this thing out of here. So, yowzers. Golf clubs over there. Let me take a gander at the clubs. No wood, no rot. Sounds good to me. Couple clubs. Maybe some treasures in here. But I figure I might as well shoot the offer. See if they want a free boat cleaning or something, just so I have something to do today. Missing a hatch up here for the anchor. But, oh, rats, I probably wouldn't be able to get it out of here anyway with this flatty. I think I have a compressor in the truck. I might be able to do something with that. Or they might, who knows? I don't know. Old Lucky Snatch. Not so lucky today, huh? Not so lucky today. Big Mercury saltwater series on the back end with a pretty crazy hydrofoil. This thing probably gets up and moves. Alljacked.com. This is at All Jacked Up. So, I mean, this might just be some type of advertisement. Maybe, I don't know, because I don't know, those stickers look pretty old. I was thinking if they bought just a crusty boat and then put some stickers over the crust, that wouldn't be a bad advertisement. It'd get people to stop and look for sure. But those stickers look to be pretty old. So, I don't know. Maybe I go in there and ask them what's up. This tire back here looks a little crooked, I would say. Honestly, I'm just looking to have a little fun. See what we can do with pressure washing this stuff. Yeah, she might clean up all right. I don't want to go too crazy now, but all right, let me go in and see what's going on. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but sunburn's back in the picture. Stoked on that. For one, whenever you're picking up a big boat like this, you need all the power you can get. Sunburn right here's got it all for us. Also, I ended up selling the F-150. I know. There was just something about it, dude. I just missed Sunburn quite a bit. Sunburn is my truck. It's always been my truck. This is the only truck in my whole entire life that I've ever considered my truck. And the F-150 was nice, it was luxurious, had all the bells and whistles, but I just kept referring to it as the truck and not my truck. So I figured I could make a little money on the back end with that particular truck and then just enjoy my girl, man. Enjoy my girl. 2003 Ram 1500, 5.7 Hemi. Man, I love this truck. I would just keep this truck for forever and ever and ever. I figure I just enjoy this truck until the new baby comes along, and then I'll figure something out along that time frame. But for now, I'm stoked to have her back. She's a good old girl. Anywho, let me go in all jacked up and see what's going on with this boat. I love a good step side. How do you feel about step sides? There's something just nostalgic and muscly about a step side. All right, let's see what they got to say about this boat out here. Hey. How you doing? I'm doing good. How are y'all? I was just curious about that boat out by the street. Oh, okay. I mean, I was just wondering.
Is that what you're asking?
Well, yeah, I was asking if it was for sale, and if not, I kind of want to just put a pressure washer to it. But if
Do you pressure wash?
I mean, I work on boats, but I was just, I was like, I want to pressure wash it so bad. Yeah. I've been driving past it the past couple of days. My shop's just right down the street, and I was like, I wonder if that boat's for sale.
The tire and then the valve stem's leaking.
Right on.
So it's, yeah, one of my best friends, he died. I was him and my other buddy's boat, you know.
Yeah.
So it's we got the boat. We got the boat for free, basically, like it sits now. But
yeah.
We used, you know, we fixed it up and used it.
Yeah.
And then my buddy moved to Mims and like Palm Coast.
Yeah, right on.
The boats have been sitting since he moved.
That's how it goes sometimes, man.
Yeah, and then our buddy died, and you know, we had to go get the boats.
Yeah. The trailer looks nice. When was the last time you think it was running?
It's been 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Right on. Motor on the back looks sweet. But
it runs good, you know.
Sweet.
You know, I got to put a harness in it because they hook the batteries up backwards. Fried ignition harness.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man. I thought I'd just come in and ask.
No, yeah, I appreciate it.
Enjoy your day, man.
Yeah, we had 2 guys today or something.
Really?
A guy last week asked me if it was for sale. Like,
oh yeah. Right on. Have a good one, man.
Yes, sir.
Silverado is pretty sweet. Actually, really sweet. Definitely all jacked up. Well, not for sale. I mean, I didn't really want to pry on it to give the free pressure wash because off the rip, he wasn't super stoked. He kind of didn't even look at me. He didn't even like look up from the screen. He was looking down. He's like, not for sale. And then when I said pressure wash, he kind of lit up. He seemed to be a cool guy at the end, but at that point I was like, dude, I'm not gonna beg you to pressure wash the boat. Yep, that's a bummer. Do one more little walk through just because I like looking at boats that could use a new life. Bummer, especially bummer because he said it was his friend's boat and his friend died. She deserves better, man. She deserves better. It is what it is. Let's go back to the shop and find something else to do. Bummer. Dude, I got that other motor in the shop that could use a little decrustify, that Mercury 15. Maybe we go back to the shop and scrape some of those. Brother came back out here and tried to get in the truck. He never even looked up. He was just walking and tried to get in the truck. And I was like, hey, what's going on, man? And he was like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. My buddy has the same truck. We were going to lunch right now. Dude, that was funny. I think I am gonna do that though. I'm just gonna make it short and sweet, go back to the shop, yank that Mercury 15 out of the corner. She's been in the corner for a little while collecting cobwebs. She's already super crunchy and crusty. I figure I'd yank her out, give her a pressure wash, maybe whack away at some of those crustaceans on the bottom of the lower unit. She's pretty crusty. So one way or the other today, we're gonna make something better via pressure wash. Maybe, dude, I don't know. All right, just made it back to the shop. This is the outboard in question. Take a look at all that crusty nonsense. Yowzers. A little dirty up here too. We'll give it a shine all around. This was a Mercury 15 that was on the back of a dinghy that ended up being abandoned and was just sitting halfway in the water for some time. So that's how it gained all these little barnacles and crustaceans. I'm gonna yank the old Harbor Freight Portland 1750 PSI pressure washer out. I don't know if that'll be enough juice. So I do have some of these scrapers. One way or the other, we're gonna make this thing better than it is right now. I'm also gonna yank off this other half of the hydrofoil. I'll probably get another hydrofoil in the next couple of days for it. I'm gonna list this for sale today though, but This hydrofoil back here that I put on the Yamaha 15, I got it from Academy, and it's actually pretty sweet. It was super easy to install, and I feel like I got a little more juice out of it, a little more power, a little more oomph out of it. So I figure this one already had a hydrofoil on it, might as well make it sweet again, bring it back to how it was at one point. That won't be today though. That'll just be over the next couple of days. It'd be cool to see which one has more power, the Mercury 15 or the Yamaha 15. My money would go on the Yamaha. But regardless, let's yank this thing outside and hit it with some water. First thing is first, we got to get off this hydrofoil. Hopefully it won't give us too many issues. It's kind of just a weird angle. It's not really seized up or anything. Dude, I'm so pumped up to hit this thing with a pressure washer. I guess we'll be able to see what this Harbor Freight pressure washer is really all about. I've taken off some stubborn dirt and whatever, but I guess I really haven't taken off anything that needs a whole lot of power. The Harbor Freight pressure washer is such a good deal though, that it's like whatever. If it works on this, that'll be fantastic, but if it doesn't, I'm not gonna blame the pressure washer. I think it was like $45 when I got it. And I've used it so many times. I've gotten my money's worth, that's for sure. All right. Hydrofoil seems to, I got the nuts off. Might take a little persuasion. Let me grab the hammer. There we go. All right, hydrofoil, you have met your maker. Almost, hold on. There we go. Hydrofoil gone for now. Okay, here's the deal. I only have purple power and tough stuff. And that's just gonna have to work. I'm gonna do my best to just spray it everywhere. Obviously this is not going to help with loosening up any of the crustaceans, but it might give us a little help on the dirty spots. Try not to go right down the carb chute. But she's getting a wash everywhere. After this, I'm gonna hit it with the tough stuff, just because I like to watch it foam up, you know? Got some cocooning going on down here. All right. By the end of this video, this motor is gonna be ready for sale. Let me tell you that. I don't care how much tire shine we gotta put on the old girl. She runs great, runs like a top. Just crusty. This little mechanism is broken, so I keep having to push it out with my middle finger every single time. Getting a little hand workout, that's for sure. Oh yeah, right down the fuel filter. That's smart. This should be all right. The water's gonna do a lot of heavy lifting here. So, I mean, this is just a little extra, a little something. And the scrapers that I have. All right, let me grab the tough stuff. Again, probably not gonna do much. but it'll be nice to look at. Tough stuff all over there. Here's a question for you. Have you ever hit your outboard with tough stuff? Just all over the place? That's a grimy motor. Can tough stuff handle the crustacean jobs? Get in there. Yeah. Get in there, son. All right. That'll be good for now. Save a little bit just in case I get a stain in the truck or something. Well, let's fire up. Listen to that thing purr. Yeah, brother. All right, it's time to pressure wash. Oh my goodness, it's kind of working. I figure I'm gonna have to use those scrapers for those crusties down there. So for now, right down the hatch. Maybe sprayed her a little too hard in the wrong spots. We'll dry her up though. Okay, I have two options. I have a plastic one and a metal one. I'm gonna take a shot at the plastic one. Dude, it smells so bad. Very, very satisfying. But dude, I can't tell you how bad it smells. Let me see what kind of damage it does with this metal thing. Oh my goodness. Dude, it smells so bad. If I have to spray paint it a little bit, so be it. This thing works a lot better than the plastic one, I think. Yeah. Man, I wish I had a bucket. I would have fed the sheep's head. feel the plastic one's just not doing it. Dude, there's the screw for the lower unit gear lube down there. It was completely covered. Most of the little crusties down here are off. It's probably gonna take some sanding maybe to get all of the, I wanna say, blemishes. There's little crispies and crunchies kinda everywhere. Not doing like a full restoration or anything. I just want to make it presentable once again. So I'm gonna get off most of the bulk and then come back in and I guess try and sand it down. But we'll see. This motor runs really good. I believe I just had to put in some new spark plugs. It wasn't a crazy service or anything to get it running again. Now it's just a matter of cleaning it up. I'm gonna sit here getting all the nooks and crannies, throwing some elbow grease at this thing, trying to make it as presentable as possible by getting the bulk off. And then if I choose to sand it, I'll bring you back for the sanding process, because right now it's all just little things that I don't even think you can see. So I don't want to bore you with the little teeny tiny things here and there. I'll just bring you back for the next exciting part. Okay, for the most part, I just finished. I zeroed in the pressure washer and kind of beamed so that I could get these little crevices. It worked pretty good. So, I mean, shout out Harbor Freight pressure washer. She's looking pretty good. Honestly, you could probably call it a day right here, but I'm gonna go grab some, I don't know, probably more on the fine side grit sandpaper, and just hit it with a light sanding just to see if we can get all of these blemishes off where the barnacles were stuck on. We do that, I think we're golden. I ended up grabbing some 120. I feel 120 is a bit aggressive, but I kind of feel like it needs it. Let me give that a little rinse. Oh, yikes. Let me give that a little rinse and we'll see how it's looking down there. A little scratchy down there. To be honest, I don't know what looks worse. The pre-barnacles or the scratchy paint look. I don't know. Like I said, I can hit it with some spray paint if I have to make it look good. That's what I'm saying. All you gotta do sometimes is just a little elbow grease. I still feel a little something, something. My sandpaper is getting clogged up with old barnacle guts. All right, let's see how it's looking over here. Dude, not gonna lie, can you see that? Looking pretty rough. I mean, there's less barnacles residue, whatever, but taking a lot of the paint off. Which is fine, which is fine. I need to keep reminding myself, it's fine. I can just pick up some maintenance spray, some black maintenance spray, mercury spray, whatever. Ew. That looks like the sacrificial anode that just fell out. Yeah, there's a little bit crumbling under here. Whatever. Getting the barnacles off of this. All right. Like I said before, no sense in boring you guys to death. So I'll crack away at this and then check in when it's all done. Maybe time to paint. Call me crazy, but I'm gonna throw some tire shine up here just because that purple powder really hurts plastics, makes them real brittle. So I'm gonna just spray some tire shine up here to kind of loosen up those plastics. I don't want any lines or wires to break. I'm gonna let this sit for just a second and then come back and wipe it all off. And then what I'm also gonna do is spray a little mixed fuel down the hatch of that carburetor just in case we got a little bit of water intrusion. I don't want there to just be sitting water in the carb or anything. This is probably not necessary, but I'm just gonna do it just in case. It's what feels right in my noggin. I might even throw some carb cleaner in there while we're at it, just to, you know, cross our T's, dot our I's, whatever. We are getting this motor ready for sale, so I don't want to sell anybody a motor that there's water in the carb. I don't know. This should do the trick. Okay. Let's open her up a little bit. Did that. Open her up a little bit, yeah. Gotta put her in gear to really open her up. Is she? Oh yeah, wide open. There you go. I don't know, it just makes me feel a little bit better having water all around and now tire shine all around. Just give it a little spray. I wasn't going to fire it up just in case we had water in the wrong spots, but maybe we fire it up. Just like just a light fire up. You know, nothing too crazy. Just see if she still got it. I'm not going to overthink this part either. I got some flat protective enamel, black. I was gonna get maintenance spray, but I don't think it's worth wasting the money. I think this will be all right. Even the prop would probably look a lot better if I just hit it with a coat of this, but I will not. I left a little character under there. Don't ask too many questions, all right? I left a little barnacle character. But we're in a good position because it'd be really, really hard to make this lower unit look worse than it did at the beginning. You know what I mean? Those are the best positions to be in. When you can't really flop that hard. This thing was covered in nasty, smelly barnacles 20 minutes ago, so we're in a good spot. Even up here, I can just go right over that. Those are, I don't know, they look like barnacles, but to be honest, it was just the residual stuff, the blemishes that were left behind. All right, it's super windy out here. I'm trying my best. Get in there. All right, I'm not gonna go above the lower unit. I don't think there's any point. Okay, I'm going to let that, oh, did I go that high? That's as high as I'll go. Wait, yeah, okay. That was like a full-on barnacle there on the end. It is what it is. Like I said, we're just retaining a little bit of character. Oversprayed quite a bit. It'll probably drip a good amount. But, like I said, better than it was before. That's fantastic. I'm gonna let that dry from about, what am I, 10, 15 feet away. It looks pretty good. Little 15 footer. I'm gonna call it done. Looks pretty good. Like I said, a whole lot better than before. Not perfect, but I actually think it looks pretty sweet with that matte black down there. Up here's nice and clean as well. It's not the prettiest, but it's a whole lot better than it was at the beginning of the video. And everything up here is a lot more clean. There's a lot of cobwebs and dirt up here. I don't even know how it got up there, but now it's all conditioned and shiny and looking nice. Let me try and find a bucket. I'll see if we can fire this. Well, I don't want to put that in the water. Maybe I'll just give it a couple yanks just to hear the compression. Just so, because if you want to, I guess, hear it crank, go back to the first video of this one, but I don't want to dip or in some water with that fresh paint. So, because this is one that the pickups are under here, so I'd have to get it in there pretty deep. Let me just give it a couple compression cranks. Hopefully it doesn't crank off of that carb cleaner that we put in there earlier. I don't want it to crank. Sounds great. Nice healthy motor we got right here, let me tell you. What if we... Oops. All right, now I can take some pictures of it. At the end of the day, it looks a ton better than it did at the beginning. That lower unit looks nice and crispy. Originally it was nice and crusty. So we made a lot of improvements. It looks pretty, oh, I don't even have the cowling on properly. Let me fix that. There we go. Cowling's back on there real good. Mercury 15 runs like a top, honestly. In the last video I got it running good. Put some new spark plugs in her. It's just good for a skiff or a John boat or a Ginu, whatever. I'm gonna take some pictures of it, and I figure whoever wants to come and buy it can probably take one of these gas tanks over here. Maybe not the hospital tank, I need her, but maybe one of the other ones. That way you can get out there fishing this weekend. It looks really good, a lot better than I thought it was going to come out. Honestly, I've been putting that off because I didn't think it would look that good. I thought it'd be harder to get it to a sellable state, but now I can sell this thing for sure. I'm not even going to sell it for that much. I'll probably list it for something and take $500 for it. Mercury 15, 2-stroke. Dude, it's just perfect. It's perfect for a skiff. It's perfect for a John boat, perfect for a Ginu, whatever. These 15s, I really don't know what to value this at, but I probably would take $500. Easy day work in the shop. I mean, probably easier than if I got that boat earlier. Sorry if I clickbaited you at all. I was really hoping to grab that boat and give it a pressure wash, but now I know that that pressure washer probably would not have put in that much work. Probably would have had to get the old scrubber out. It is what it is. The pressure washer did a pretty good job on this unit right here. But I'm not going to drag this on. It's a Mercury 15. It runs great. It now looks great. Pictures are taken. Facebook Marketplace listing is posted. Another day in the books over at Skiffland. I appreciate you for tuning in, hanging out, and staying to this point of the video. If you did make it to this point of the video, you're a legend for sure. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to put this back on up here so it doesn't fall over. Maybe I'll just shove her back in the corner back there. Get back in the corner, girl. But yeah, $500, maybe 600. I don't know. What do you think? A good run in Mercury 15. It looks a lot better than I thought it did. I don't know. I thought it was just junk. I was gonna put it in the dumpster, but definitely not junk now. Definitely not junk. It's perfect, dude. It's super light too. I could sit here and curl it for a while. But yeah, I'm gonna call it quits right here. And what is it? It's Tuesday, so you know what time that is. It's Top Golf Tuesday, half price. Go smack some balls and eat some snacks with the old lady. All right, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Dude, it feels so good to have sunburn back. If you don't have a truck that is your truck, it's hard to explain. you know, because this is my truck. I have a soul connection with this truck, and I just didn't feel right in the F-150. You know, I've been a Ram guy for so long, Dodge guy for so long. I felt like I was switching up, dude. I couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't sleep at night without sunburn, but I also treated her to some new shoes today. I got some all-terrain tires to put on her. Looks a lot better, actually. It looks sweet. She deserved it, you know what I mean? Looking nice. And it's kind of like a cheat code if you want a new look or some newer tires. I don't know how this works. Dude, I think people really like don't value rubber tires like much, like, because they're so cheap on Facebook Marketplace. I bought these tires today for $200 on Facebook Marketplace, and they're great. They're brand new. And then I paid $80 at the tire shop down the street to have them mounted, and then I sold my other tires for $300. So they were all 4 Michelin tires. Tread was pretty good. I would say 70% tread. These have more tread. Dude, it makes no sense. I made money on the deal. And that's not how it usually works. It's not how it should work, at least. These tires are way better. But, I mean, dude, it's like a cheat code, and I'm stoked on it. Sunburn deserved some new shoes. I'm stoked to be back in Sunburn. I'm stoked to drive her home today, listening to some country music with my arm out the window. It's been a little while. My soul is at peace having Sunburn back in my life. It feels good, man. If you don't have a truck that's your truck, I absolutely recommend it. Dude, go find her. She's out there, man. She's out there. She's out there just rumbling and just waiting for you to stick your arm out the window. Whatever, man. I'm gonna quit yapping. I need to drink some water and get back home to the old lady and the baby, and then go play some golf, brother. Not a bad Tuesday. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.